Raised $18 million in Series A round. You saw the news earlier when we started the show about Africa's startups, fintech, 1,200% within the past year in terms of the expansion in value that we've seen. Very good news coming through. Congratulations. But then you had the CFG Bank first half in Morocco reporting net profit of 3 million dirhams. The UK Export Finance is reserves £2.5 billion for projects in Tunisia. That's it from North Africa. Then we finish off tonight back here at home in West Africa, where Nigeria's Tier 1 listed lender, Access Bank, yesterday announced a successful offering of $500 million Eurobond at 6.125% yield. The bond notes, which were overbought by 1.6, was a bold move on the back of Access Bank's fast-paced local and Pan-African expansion. Joining me for this very short discussion about the announcement, which is also being made today by Nigeria's debt office on the country's return to the global debt market, is Herbert Wigwe, the Group Managing Director and CEO of Access Bank Plc. Good evening, sir. Great to have you.
Thank you very much, Boason. Thank you.
Thank you very much for making the time. We understand it's been a very busy time talking to investors and others. You just did $500 million. If there's any man who needs some rest or perhaps who needs more money, it's you, by the way. But let's give me just about a minute of facts behind the figures about this Eurobond offer. What was the purpose and how were the new security notes? How would it impact your portfolio of foreign currency debt?
Well, thank you very much, Boason. Well, the essence of this particular offer was just to meet our general banking purpose. The last time when the market was 5 years ago, where perhaps have the size that we are today, and we have significant number of customers who borrow in dollars, repay in dollars. And so we also needed to extend the maturity of our foreign currency book. So that was what happened. It was a pretty good outing. We basically received significant levels of subscriptions, and I think it was about 3 times oversubscribed. And so we were able to get good pricing on it. So it's a pretty good time in the market. Now, how does it impact my existing debt portfolio in terms of foreign currency? Just because of the time at which we went to the market and the pricing, we're able to bring down the overall cost of the book. We do have some money which mature next month, which we're already prepared for, but with higher price. So overall, the overall cost of funding in terms of my foreign currency book has been reduced significantly.
So the timing considerations, the pricing, your outlook on interest rate globally speaking, inflation as well, and general market conditions for the offer.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a good time to be in the market. Investors are looking for good quality paper. Interest rates in the US are also helping because where they are right now, they are low, and so there's a lot of liquidity. For corporates who actually know what to do with their funding and who have a very disciplined capital plan, it is a good time to be in the market.
Okay, so this is a good time to be in the market, not just for you corporate, but also for the sovereign. As we speak right now, Zimbabwe is in the market for $200 million doing a roadshow. Nigeria just made an announcement of $3 to $6.2 billion. What's your take on this? Are you bullish on Nigeria's returning to the global debt market after 2 years hiatus?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Nigeria represents the largest economy in the continent. Raising $3 billion to $6 billion amounts to nothing. I mean, smaller countries are raising the same types of money for quite a very significant duration. So I think, Nigeria will raise this money. It will raise it at a good pricing. We are bullish. There isn't enough good quality African paper out there. So I think we will be successful. But beyond that, I think for several reasons, it's a good time. We need to basically shore up our reserves. Raising $3 to $6 billion would help a bit in terms of making sure that we increase the foreign reserves and, of course, the supply of FX in the market.
If you're an investor, what would you be looking out for in this Eurobond offer by Nigeria?
Yield remains an important thing, obviously. And given the quality of Nigerian paper, I mean, we must have one of the strongest economies, as you know, in the continent. I mean, I would look for yield. But what kind of yield in today's market? I think the market will tell. But if we raise money at 6.125, Nigeria will raise money at significantly lower. I mean, it remains the sovereign, and that is the benchmark against which corporates are priced.
In terms of perception, international investors' perception, is there a synergy between corporate Eurobond offering and sovereign Eurobond offering in the frontier or emerging markets such as Nigeria?
Oh, absolutely. For most corporates that operate within any specific country, the sovereign will create the benchmark pricing for you. And so what you tend to see is that investors take the sovereign and then add a premium and all of that. So there is a very, very important and significant synergy. And that is why it is important for the sovereign to go to the market. It does a couple of things. First of all, it creates the appropriate platform for you to tell your story. All right. Sometimes investors are out there and all they get is negative news. But when our leaders basically go out and share our story, it gets a lot clearer. That's one. Secondly, it also creates that benchmark pricing for corporates to borrow. The third is that by actually going out to the market, all right, it frees up the local market for corporates to borrow locally. So there's several great reasons why this must happen. And there's appropriate, if you like, spreads that can be determined between what the corporate borrows at and what the sovereign, or rather what the sovereign borrows at and what the corporates should borrow at. So all of those things are extremely important and are the linkages between the sovereign and the corporates in terms of going to the international market.
We thank you so much for your time this evening. Herbert Wigwe, Group Managing Director and CEO at Access Bank of Nigeria. Thank you very much, and congratulations on your bond offering, and we wish you all the best.
Great pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again.